There comes a time when staying the same hurts more than changing. You feel that you have outgrown your old self, but letting it go feels scary because it is familiar. Yet Stoicism teaches that real change begins in silence and honesty. When you step away from noise and distractions, you finally see yourself clearly. Solitude is not loneliness, but a mirror that shows your habits, fears, excuses, and patterns without lies. It reveals how comfort has kept you stuck and how old identities no longer match the life you want. You cannot build a new life while protecting behaviors that are slowly destroying you. Old habits, reactions, and excuses must be removed before growth can happen. This process is uncomfortable but necessary because comfort keeps you the same while discomfort helps you grow. The Stoics believe that facing hardship builds strength, clarity, and discipline. Pain is not the enemy, but a message showing what needs to change. When you accept discomfort, take responsibility, and act with purpose, the old version of you slowly fades and a stronger, wiser, and more intentional version begins to rise. Real change asks you to face the discomfort you once avoided, because discipline is built by doing what you do not feel like doing. Emotional strength grows by facing feelings you are afraid of, and clarity comes only after walking through confusion. If you keep choosing comfort, you will keep living the same life. So discomfort becomes your guide, showing you where you are. True potential is hidden. At the same time, rebuilding yourself needs discipline, not motivation, because motivation fades, but discipline stays and pushes you to act even when you are tired, afraid, or uninspired. Through small daily actions, you slowly become someone who does what needs to be done without excuses. And while rebuilding, you must also protect your environment because your surroundings shape your thoughts, habits, and emotions. The people you are around, the content you consume, and the spaces you live in can either pull you forward or drag you back. So you must create boundaries and choose environments that support growth. And as you change, you will also outgrow some people, not because they're bad, but because a version of you they knew no longer exists. This distance can be painful and misunderstood, but it is a natural part of growth. Letting go of old connections, habits, and environments allows the new you to fully form and move forward without apology. You will feel guilt because you were taught that loyalty means staying the same, fear because you wonder who will remain when you walk away, and resistance because comfort tells you nothing is wrong. But Stoic wisdom says your growth must come before anyone else's expectations. You owe your old environment nothing, because some people felt safe only when you stayed small, insecure, predictable, and easy to control. And when you begin to grow, set boundaries, and choose yourself, they feel threatened. So outgrowing people is not about looking down on them, but about stopping yourself from shrinking. It is choosing self-respect over comfort and alignment over stagnation. And as you release relationships that drain you, your clarity and strength return. Because growth requires letting go of what no longer fits. Rebirth is not a one-time event, but a daily choice made through small disciplined actions. Every time you resist old habits and choose courage over comfort, you step closer to your future. Real transformation happens quietly through consistency, not dramatic moments. And as the old you fades and new you forms through habits, discipline, and integrity, you stop waiting for the perfect time and act now, because life is happening now. The Stoics taught that character is built daily, and as long as you keep choosing a higher version of yourself, even imperfectly, you are already rising. The old you had to break, so the real you can merge. This journey is painful but intentional, and every difficult step proves you are becoming who you were always meant to be. You're not starting over. You're starting stronger, and with every choice you make today, your rebirth continues and your future self moves closer.